Hey everybody, welcome again to another video on our channel. Today we're going to be flying from Narita to Dallas-Fort Worth on American Airlines 787 business class. So we're going to be showing you guys how this flight experience is going to be from boarding all the way until we land. So stick around, be with us as we review this American Airlines 787 Dallas-Fort Worth flight from Narita. Although we have flown this route before in business class with American Airlines, we have just never documented it. So today we're excited to bring you a new flight review on American Airlines Boeing 787 Dreamliner business class from Narita to DFW. We'll be evaluating everything from JAL first class lounge access, boarding, the flight experience, and the arrival in Dallas. I hope that you stick around and watch the entire video as it helps this channel out and allows more people to see our content. Also, if you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to like the video and consider subscribing to our channel. Let's get started. We've just arrived. We went through security and now we are in Tokyo for transition to the next flight. Our journey starts from our transit flight from Singapore to Tokyo with the JAL. A full video of that trip will be up in our channel shortly. After going through the transit and security, we went straight to JAL first class lounge. JAL has two lounges here in Narita, the business class and then the first class. Flying on American Airlines, you have access to their business class lounge. But if you have One World Emerald status like I did, we get access to first class lounge. I had the privilege to check both lounges, and the first class one is really impressive. The lounge is not as big as their business class lounge, but it is an exclusive lounge. It is modern and super quiet. As for the food, they have both buffet style, or you can also order from the QR code on the table. The same goes with drinks. Unfortunately, this was not a long layover as we would like to wish, but we spent about 2 hours here. So we're right now at the Japan or JAL Airlines lounge. So far it's so good. We've had some sushi, we had some curry, just a lot of food. They were just amazing. So enjoying our time here before we actually go aboard on that flight. Really good. I don't know when is the next time we're coming back here, but this lounge has been great. Yes. It was time for us to go board this beautiful 787-9 Dreamliner, which is almost a 12-hour flight from takeoff to touchdown. That's the business class lounge. We went to the first class lounge. So here in Narita, you have two lounges that you can access with One World. This is the regular business class lounge, and we were up there in the first class lounge. So if you have a status as Emerald Club, you can actually access the first class lounge, and that's the status that I have. So we just finished getting off from the lounge. We're gonna go now and try to board our flight. There's our bird taking us back home. We arrive at our gate and the boarding process already started. Since we're flying business class, we were able to bypass the crowds. As we walk into our plane, I'm really excited to embark on this journey. Usually when returning home from a trip, you just want to be done and be back home. But when flying business class, you almost want it to continue. We have been traveling for 2 weeks from Singapore to Kuala Lumpur to Phuket and then back to Singapore. Each videos of those destinations and what we did there is on our channel. Check them out. Anyways, welcome to this beautiful business class cabin with a configuration of 1-2-1, all forward facing. We're sitting on the 2 middle seats in row 6, seats 6D and 6F, which is really great for those who are traveling together. However, it means that we will not have window access for the takeoff and landing. Speaking of that, how many of you really watch the takeoff and landing? If you want to continue to see those, let us know in the comments.
One turn 36 in August. 9. I'll be safe.
So we've just boarded our flight and we're getting ready to push back soon. We're here again in Narita, heading to Dallas, Fort Worth. Right now, sitting next to my wife. We have the middle seats.
Sitting next to the right.
Yes, we're in the middle seats. I'm in 5D and she's in 5H. And this plane first class configuration is a 1-2-1. And we sit together. This is why we are not by the window. Let's get familiar with the seats and the amenity available for this flight as my wife enjoys the welcome drink. So we're going to review the amenities that's provided on this flight. So you get one of these Bose headphones. You also get which is another Shinola bag. We have a lot of these at home. And then normally you get a water, but I don't see in the water bottle here, but we'll get something like that. We also have a pillow and a blanket. They also provide you with slippers to use during the flight so that you don't go to the bathroom barefoot. It is just nasty. Speaking of toilet, let's check out the toilet while it's still clean and before we depart. This bathroom here is huge. This one is super huge. Like there's a lot of space to use. Look at it, it's just huge. A lot of space. So let's review things that they have. They offer you cup. There's napkins, soap, and then here's the toilet itself. And then for parents who travel with a kid, you can have this little bassinet to change your child, which is super cool. This is nice. It's a huge mirror, full-size mirror. As for the food menu, take a moment to pause to read the menu.
Overhead bin on their sides, we may accommodate more bags for overhead bins. Small bags must go beneath the seat in front of you. Roller bags, please place them on their
Federal mask mandate is no longer being enforced, and therefore the use of face coverings in our aircraft will be a personal.
After we serve your beverage and dinner, we will be turning the cabin lights down so that you can review. We also ask that you please keep your body parts, feet, knees.
Let's take a look at the entertainment available on this flight. AA really has an extensive selection of movies, TV shows, games, live TV, kids show, and more to keep you entertained during the flight. so no issues there. Now, enjoy the noise as we depart since we don't have a window. So we just took off right now, and we have about 11 hours and 3 minutes to get to Dallas for Florida. So it was a pretty smooth takeoff, which is good. We don't have the window view, so we can't really see the takeoff. But anyways, we just did it and got roughly to Dallas. 20 minutes after departure, the meal service started. Looks like my wife is all bundled up and ready to enjoy this flight as she jams to the music. Looks like someone is really happy that we were able to score these seats for just 25,000 American Airlines points each and $350. Normally they go for $2,500 or more each way per person. As for the meal, they started us with the mixed nuts and choice of beverage. I had Bailey's and red wine. I know that someone in a previous video made fun of me for drinking Bailey's as my first drink instead of being an aperitif. Who cares? I like it that way. It is always my drink of choice. Having that said, for dinner we selected the Asian menu, and it started out with a bento box. This was delicious, to be honest. Both my wife and I went for the Asian menu, and we did not regret it. In the past, we tried the American menu, so this time it was just the right thing to do as we close out our Asian trip too. At first, we thought that the bento box was it for our meal, but we were wrong and discovered quickly that it was a lot of food. food was 10 out of 10. For dessert, we both chose different options. While my wife went with the ice cream option, I went with the cheese platter. Then it was time to watch some movies and then get some sleep. However, midway through the flight, I asked them for another meal, and this time it was a sandwich. Not bad as well. There were also some snacks in the galley if you needed some. Just over 1 hour prior to landing, the cabin light changed and they were serving the final meal of this flight. Again, we went with the Asian menu, serving noodles with salad and a custard cake, I believe. The food was delicious. Given with American airline companies, the food can be a hit and miss. As we prepared to land in Dallas, a fresh towel was given, and here's where I will give my full honest review of what I think of this flight. The seats on this flight were comfortable and allowed me to get some sleep. The cabin crew were friendly and attentive. If you have watched my other videos with American Airlines, it can be a hit or miss with the flight attendants. The food was just on point, and in all honesty, zero complaints in that category. The flight was smooth and departed and landed on time. So this was surprisingly a great flight with American Airlines from Tokyo to Dallas. Given the price that we paid for these seats, I will rate the entire experience on the scale of 1 to 10, and 10 being the top rate. So the flight will be rated at 8.9. This is because there's always room for improvement.
Remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign is turned off. And keep the aisles clear of all carry-on items. Take a moment to check your...
As we land in Dallas and disembark, I'm really sad that this journey is ending. Just landed in Dallas. Now we're gonna see how the security goes for immigration, checking bags, customs, all that. I'll show you guys how it goes. It is so important to have TSA, to have global entry. We went through immigration in like 2 minutes. Other people are waiting about 30 minutes wait time, but for us it was 2 minutes. In Dallas, the immigration line and security lines were long. As always, we recommend to get TSA and global entry, which sometimes are included on a variety of credit card perks. Speaking of that, we are going to either Capital One or Flagship Lounge in Dallas. We decided to head to Flagship Lounge. We hope that you enjoy watching this video, and if you did, please hit the like button, and if you're not a subscriber, consider subscribing. Thanks again, and until the next one.